For those of us who want to study in Lithuania, I think this is a university you can consider. But for those who are asking me if the university is recognized by the embassy, I really don't know what you are talking about. I don't think a university, a big university for that matter, will not be recognized by the embassy. All right. If this news is coming from an agent, I have always said debunk the news, ask the university in particular, all right, or you ask the embassy, because I don't see anywhere that has been written that there is a problem with this university. All right, now which university am I talking about? I'm talking about the Klapedia University in Lithuania. All right, a lot of international students are asking me if the university is recognized. Well, I do not have any information about that, so I cannot say. But all I know is that the embassy, in as much as the embassy knows that there is this university in that country, they will accept your file. All right. So now moving further, the application deadline for you to apply at Klapedia University in Lithuania is 30th of May, which means that you basically have maybe 20 days or so to apply for this university. Now, how do you become a student at Klapedia University? The first thing you need to do is to register for the school. Then you select a program. Remember, you are selecting a program that fits your academic qualification, and in this university you can apply for 3 different programs. All right, so you can apply for different programs, 3 in number. Then they will select the best. Remember, during the application you are putting the courses according to preference. The one you like most should be at the top, the second, and the last one. All right, then again, after you have selected these programs, you have to choose or upload the documents. Remember, English proficiency is very, very important. If you do not have this, ask the university or go through the requirements very well. You can submit IELTS scores, you can submit the TOEFL scores. All right, it all depends on which one you have. For those of us who come from English-speaking countries, check very well if there is a place that says submit English proficiency. I am insisting because I know what I'm talking about. All right, now again, you have to go again for recognition of certificates. Remember, there is something called recognition of certificates. All right, you have to recognize your certificate. I talked about this in one of my videos where I said you have to go to somewhere called SKVC. All right, it is an organization in Lithuania in which you have to send your documents there online. Then they will check the documents and forward a document to you, a paper to you, to upload to your application portal for the university to know that you have done recognitions. I hope you understand. After that, you pay your application fee. All right, the application fee for you as an international student is 150 euros. Okay, for students coming from other European economics like Ukraine, Moldova, Georgia, Belarus, Azerbaijan, theirs is 55 euros. So that is what you need to know. Provided all the necessary documents that have been submitted are okay, all right, they will evaluate your admissions. Remember, again, among these documents, you are also sending a motivation letter. All right, the decision will be made, and if it is positive, of course, you are going to get your admissions letter. What you need now to do after the admissions letter, it is a conditional offer. All right, the system that works in Lithuania is almost the same. Let me say the system in Lithuania is the same like in Poland and Latvia. All right, after the admissions letter, which is a conditional offer, you have to pay the tuition fee. Okay, paying the tuition fee is the amount of the program that was given to you. Someone was asking me if you can pay bit by bit. No. In as much as you take a program where the tuition fee is 3,000 euros a year, you are going to pay exactly the amount before you can get the unconditional offer for you to apply for the visa. All right. Once the tuition fee is paid, you will get the acceptance letter from the chosen university. You can now proceed to visa stage. Now, remember, I have always said that Lithuania has embassy in Egypt and South Africa, but those of us in Cameroon, or those of you in Cameroon that will be applying, you can also check the VFS office in Abuja, all right? But your document will be going but to Istanbul, not in South Africa. But if you want to go yourself to South Africa and Egypt, it is free. You can go. But remember, you legalize your documents in your home country before you carry them to Egypt or South Africa. Like I said, application deadline is 30th of June. Sorry, not May, 30th of June. All right, so you can apply up to 30th of June. Now, there are certain things you need to know. All right, I want to talk about the entry requirements. Requirements varies, and for you to study any program in Klapedia, you need to go from high school to university to masters. That is to say, your high school certificate will take you into a bachelor's program. Then your bachelor's degree, together with your high school certificate, will carry you into a master's program. You can use these various certificates to study degree programs and postgraduate programs, all right, up to the level of PhD. Now, how does the application procedure for a degree student functions? All you need to do is to first of all create an account, all right, with this university. Like I said, application deadline is 30th of May for applicants applying from African and Asian countries. Sorry, it is 30th of May, not 30th of June, all right? So 30th of June is for students coming from the other European countries. You need to first of all apply, register, create an account with the site that I will put in the link in the video description box, not in the link. I will put the link in the description box. Register there, create an account, put in your details, your names, your surname, your past educational qualifications, and of course, when you have registered, you select a program, all right? You will always find all of this there. Then there's step 3, you have to upload required documents. The documents you are uploading, first one is your international passport, very important. So if you do not have an international passport, forget about applying for Klapedia University and probably future universities. I hope you get the point. Now, when you are uploading these documents, remember, take into consideration the IELTS score and the TOEFL score, the points or the grades. For IELTS score, you can submit a score of 5.5. For the TOEFL, you can submit the score of 75. All right. Then for your high school certificates, all right, pay attention to this. High school certificates for bachelor's and university, minimum of 3 years. Degree certificate and its supplement for masters. Please note that a minimum GPA of 60%, all right, is accepted. So if you stepped out of school 3 years ago, all right, you can apply. If you stepped out of school 4 years ago, no, don't apply because you will not be accepted. That is the information that is found on the website. Then again, remember, documents must be legalized by the Ministries of Foreign Affairs, all right, of the country where the documents were issued. Sometimes a subscriber called me from Belarus and was asking if he can legalize his documents in Belarus. And when I asked where the documents were coming from, he said he obtained them from Nigeria. It is not possible to legalize documents you obtain from Nigeria in another country. You must legalize them in Nigeria, except that the foreign ministry in that country do the legalization. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Then after that, you have to send the document, all right? Then you pay your application fee. After you've paid the application fee, you have to provide all the evaluations, all right? Providing the evaluations means that you must also put your data, all right, on the evaluation platform that is going to the foreign ministry, or let me say the Estonian authorities. They have to evaluate your certificates. Then after that, they will send a confirmation to you to submit online to your application. Then I can now apply for visa. All right, I'm explaining all of this slowly so that everybody can understand. I hope the procedure is not that difficult. Now, when you have finished everything, immigration, let me say the fees in this university, you may have different fees depending on different programs. Or let me say your fees may be different depending on the program you are applying for. For example, someone studying chemistry may have a different fee compared to someone studying physics, all right? The fees is not the same. And again, the fees varies from, let me say, 2,500 euros to around 3,500 euros. It all depends, and information to pay the fees is found on the university's website. So it is now on you to do everything and pay the fees. But you cannot apply for visa without accommodation. How do you go about the accommodation stuff? For you to take an accommodation or to check if you are eligible to apply for accommodation, there is an important information there. There is a dormitory. You can ask your university to provide a room for you in the dormitory. But if your university says that no room is available, you can now decide to take another accommodation outside of the school campus. But there is always accommodation available. If you check the university site, you will see that. So if your admissions letter come to you without accommodation or links for you to book accommodation, ask the university to give you possible links to check accommodations, all right? Now, let's look at how the immigration works when you are about to apply for the visa, because this is one of the most disturbing things. I have been receiving messages from international students. All right, I do not know where they are getting the information from. To obtain a national multiple entry visa, you have to submit application for that. All right, that is to say, a national multiple entry visa means that the national visa is a student visa. Of course, you have to go into Lithuania, all right? Then you come back. That is the multiple entry they are talking about. You can go and step out, all right? Now, you need a visa to move to Lithuania. Remember, you need a visa. And for you to apply for the visa, you need an application form. You need a valid travel document, which is the passport copy. All right, the passport must be, at least make sure your passport is not less than 1 year to expiring date, please, because it may cause a lot of issues to you. I have always said this times and again. Make sure you get a good passport with many more years before you can apply, before you start applying for your visas, or maybe you start the immigration process. All right, because it is not going to be easy. You also need one color photograph. All right, one color photograph, that's 35 by 45 millimeters. All right, that is a passport size photograph I'm talking about. I'm looking on my jotter, guys, so don't get me wrong. All right, you also need a mediation document from the higher education institution. Mediation document is a document that will give you the right, or probably to tell them that you've paid your fees, you are now qualified, or they will now is a confirmation. But before, the mediation document was not to be given, but nowadays you need to get a mediation document before you can apply for a visa, a national visa, a multiple entry or single entry. I do not know which one the embassy is going to give to you. Then documents to show sufficient, substantial amounts of money. All right, I have said this times and again, and I have videos about that to confirm that how much you are going to be showing as proof of funds. All right, remember again, you need a health insurance. You need confirmation of health insurance, and this insurance is going to be valid. The amount has to be 30,000 euros. You can ask insurance companies like AXA Insurance, Swiss Care, all right? They all have companies online, or you can even go to the Lithuanian immigration website and you check how to get the insurance. Then the application fee is 60 euros at the embassy, which takes 15 days maximum. For those of you who are applying for national visas, is 15 days. All right, remember, you are applying from South Africa or Egypt. They know that you came from a different country, so they may not take long. All right, Lithuanian visas does not take long like the Polish visa or the German student visa or whatever. All right, so that is what you should understand. Now, remember, you also need to obtain a residence permit when you arrive Lithuania. That is what you need. And there are also documents you need to submit for residence permit. All right, you need an application form, a valid document, a temporary residence permit, a one photograph, document from